So they done did it again. It's been done. They done did it. We were so close. We were so close. We were like this. It was like right there. If like a frog's hair, it was like this close to finally some civility. Finally living in a world where people weren't parking perpendicular on a parallel street without having to climb a mountain of snow to get to the corner store. We were almost there. And then it happened again. I'm going to stay on top of it this time. It happened again. Okay. It's the Snowpocalypse Part 2. The snow day cometh. And the reason why I put the snow day cometh is because our trusty mayor here in New York, I call him the Zohan because nobody messes with the Zohan. He learns. And when he does learn, it's kind of comical because what he ended up learning is that there's no real winning in the city. When the first storm came, everybody jumped down his throat with one major caveat being like the major of the group because they bitched about everything. But the one,
remember, he got a grade F.
Yes.
The lady graded him F for his effort.
Yes, F. Because why the fuck not, right? So one of the biggest issues that was raised was that he wouldn't give the kids a snow day.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that clip.
He insisted that we at least do the remote learning. Now we said on the show. Now when we did the show, it was after the snow day or after the remote learning day, and he had said, you know what, everyone stay home, stay safe, but we'll just do the remote learning instead. And everyone shit ate chicken about this. And as somebody who was in those Zooms, trust me, not a lot of people went to fucking remote learning. So I don't understand what the bitching in the morning and the complaining was about because you ended up not going anyway. But the thing is that give the kids a snow day. Dude, that's what they said. Let them have this. Go old school with it. Bring back some New York City value.
Dude, they don't have Ninja Turtle cartoons like they used to. The Power Rangers are done. Like, what do these kids have left, man?
Oh my god!
Let them have a snow day, dude.
Let them have a goddamn snow day. So, Lord and behold, he was gifted another chance, a second chance. They said, you know what? You fucked up the first time. We're going to give you one more chance to get this right. So they said, you know what? Here comes 20 inches of snow. All right, Z-Man, what are you going to do? So the day before, he goes on television because that's what he does every 4 hours. He does everything but a fucking temperature check and a concrete depth to everything. This guy's on the news every 4 fucking hours. But people are starting to joke that he travels around with a podium attached to his goddamn waist.
He's the people's mayor or governor, whatever the fuck he is.
He wasn't playing when he said communication was going to be big for his administration. For fuck's sake, we're seeing him everywhere, right? Yeah, man, so he gets a second chance. And this time, he doesn't even hesitate.
Redemption.
He goes, you know what? The snow is coming. We know it's real. No school. No remote learning. Monday is yours. Enjoy the day.
Play in the snow, dude.
And everyone went, he learns. You see, he got it. He understands. And then Monday came and everyone woke up whenever they wanted to wake up and shoveled if they felt like it, or they're just enjoying the day. And then about midway through the day, he said, I hope everyone is staying safe. I hope everyone is staying warm, but just let everybody know we're going to be back in person school tomorrow. And everyone said, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. How am I going to get there? There's no winning. You gave them the goddamn day. And still they want to tie you to a tree trunk and set your feet on fire. It was ridiculous. And what was even more ridiculous, because this is how bold I was told that, because I work a government job, that when you work a government job in New York, you need to be careful as to what it is that you're posting on social media because the people are watching. They're reading posts.
They're always watching, even if you don't work a government job.
You never know, right? And I happen to be a part of the Department of Education's Facebook group and Facebook pages, and there were active members of the DOE going into the Facebook groups and going, "I don't give a shit what he said. I'm not coming." There were people posting pictures in Long Island where they were like, "I have a heated driveway. I can very clearly see my car. It's been plowed. I'm not going." So it's just,
why though?
Because it's an excuse. They just don't want to go. So I last night, Monday evening, because I waited for the snow to stop. Snow stops. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do the husbandly thing. I'm gonna do the fatherly thing. I'm gonna make sure that my car can get the fuck out of the spot in the morning, so we're not rushing and when I don't have to shovel in the morning. I don't want to shovel at 6:30 in the morning. Let's do it right now. So I go to my car. My car is engulfed. I know it's my car because I know where I parked, but I can't see that it's my car. It's
Get the fuck out of here. Was it that bad?
It was bad. And the
really?
first time that we had the snowstorm, the trucks were everywhere. We were getting plowed left and right. So that made it difficult to shovel out because they had pushed everything against the cars. So it kind of packs the snow in. So this time around, no trucks. My street was completely unplowed. So
they say you don't want to be pitched in? Do it yourself then.
Stupid. I have to do the tom-tom, the doof, 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 and get to my car, and I have to get all the snow off, and I got to. So I dug like a horseshoe around my car, just so I have an opportunity to just pull out when I go in the morning. I'm so nervous about the street because while I'm shoveling, there's cars doing this shit on the snow, sliding. Yeah. And so, like, I'm getting nervous about my car getting hit at night, whatever the case may be. I said, well, as long as it's left standing in the morning in this pit that I just created, took me 90 minutes to make this pit so I can get out.
Oh, my God.
Right? So, because I'm not the only one shoveling either. So everyone's trying to be, like, non-confrontational. Like, nobody wants to take a pile of their snow, throw it behind them into the other guy's pile, right? Yeah, and then because now we're just doing a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. We're here for the next hour going back and forth. So, like, we're throwing it in the street, we're throwing it on the side, we're trying to find places to displace the snow. Everyone's out here working. Everyone. My whole block was out here shoveling, right? I wake up in the fucking morning, and guess what? They plowed. They plowed the street and pushed all that shit that we took away from the car
right back on the car.
Pushed it right back up against the motherfucking car.
That's funny.
So had to shovel again. This time I didn't shovel nearly as much. And for the record, I had a discussion with a coworker. They took an Uber today because they didn't trust to bring their car because they only have front wheel drive.
And I'm sure it'd be a pain in the ass to get back home and there'd be no fucking
with the parking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty smart.
So I told him, I said, well, I didn't have trouble getting out of my spot. I just needed to shovel a little bit bring the ice down a little bit. And then I just drove over. And he goes, wow, you must have a nice car. I said, well, in my tax bracket, I expect to have access to all four. I need access to all four of my wheels. Okay. I work too hard in life to only have access to the front end of my car.
Does four-wheel drive dictate a car being good? I mean, I thought there's some pretty shitty cars with four-wheel drive.
So no. It doesn't dictate its superiority at all whatsoever. But what I will say in my personal experience, I can't speak for everybody, in situations like this with weather, I haven't had too many 4-wheel drive cars. The last one I had, the one that was in the car accident was a 4-wheel drive car, but I never got the chance because I didn't have it long enough to be in the winter.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to test it. So usually when I drive out of the snow, I play the banana game where you go
Hey.
yee, 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 yee. You try to get out of a goddamn spot you start doing one of these things. I looked up on my phone because I've never had to quote unquote use 4-wheel drive. So I looked at my phone. I said, how do I turn on all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive on my car? And I gave the brand or whatever like that. And Google looked at me. First of all, the tone was like one of those. I was like, yeah, like are you dumb?
Are you fucking dumb?
So they said, so Google said, for your make and model, you don't activate anything. It activates for you. And I said, what? So I YouTubed it, and what it says is that I have a Honda HRV 2025. So by default, it uses the front wheel drive. But according to the video, it said, but once your car starts to sense that you're sliding or shifting, the real rear wheels will activate and you'll have access to all-wheel drive. It'll just turn on.
That makes sense. So it's basically when my car has a skid sensor.
Yeah.
So it attempt to control. I guess when that triggers, it turns on the back wheels.
Yes.
I would imagine.
So
look at us car guys.
I found
men. Cigars.
We just need, what is it, ladies on trampolines now, and we're all set. It's in the budget. I can make it happen.
The man show.
So I got pissed this morning because they shoveled everything back up against my car. So I said, if I can get the snow at least halfway away from my car, I might have a shot. If I just kill it all the way to the left and fucking smash it, like just fucking gut it, I might be able to just like get out. Worst case, it'll tilt me forward. I'll go the other way, reverse it, kind of reposition, and then fucking fly out. No need. I shoveled as much as I could because I was tired. I didn't even get to the spot I wanted to get to. I just said, fuck it, let me try. And I was like, I didn't think it was going to work. I just figured I repositioned and then shoveled from there. I put the bitch in drive and just went, and just out. And I went, I've never achieved an erection from a vehicle before in my entire life. But I said, this is an amazing car. This is great. So I picked up the child and the wife, and we went about our goddamn day. But now comes the key, what you just mentioned. Because I got shoveled in or plowed in, I normally shovel a complete spot, not just for me to get out, but let's face it, I'm a humanitarian. I want to help my fellow man. I clean the whole spot out so that now there's a spot that somebody can use. I got fucked on that. I wasn't able to leave that. So I felt bad karma, right? So I go to my job, and as soon as I get to my job, I see a very similar spot, completely shoveled out. It's wide open. I said, no way. I didn't even have to go looking. He was right there. I said, damn. So I park it. I go to my job, and I got to tell you, I was with it. The guilt, it was eating me alive. It was tearing my flesh apart. And I said, damn, I got to do something. I said, you know what? When I go back to the house,
you got to give back.
I got to give back. When I go to the spot, back to the house, I'm gonna shovel the whole thing out again, right? I'm just trying to do what I'm trying to be me.
Yeah.
I pick up my wife, we come back to the house. I drove all the way back to my house, and Lord and behold, wouldn't you know who won the pony? The same exact spot that I had shoveled, wide open, and I parked right back in that spot again today. But it had been completely shoveled out the way that I had it the night before.
Oh, you got that good karma today.
And I said, you know what? There's no sense in it. There's
Yo,
no
shout
sense
out to the big guy upstairs, dude.
Yeah.
Clearly he loves him some you. You know what I'm saying?
You never stop blessing me, baby.
Hey.
I know I take your name in vain all the time, in the good and the bad. But the parking spots you've given me so far, I've been blessed and blessed. The last time I went to your house, it was very deep from that first snow. So how far?
Nothing. Let me stop you right there. Nothing.
Okay. It
Nothing.
stayed snowy the whole way.
Don't get me wrong. We got some snow, but it was to the point where like it rained first, and then the snow came, and then it rained again, and then a little bit of snow. So don't get me wrong. Like the floor was covered, but I think, oh, dude, I want to say I heard them out there at like 6 p.m. I heard the plows going through the street. By the time I woke up in the morning, it looked like it slightly increased from what it was before it snowed again. So I'm like, yo, what's all this shit everybody was talking about? And then I got up, and because my wife always watches the news, she had the news on. And bro, I was looking, yo, there were people going sideways. The fucking snow was coming down like crazy. The wind was absolutely absurd. I'm like, oh. Okay, so no, it just didn't do it really here.
Yeah,
fair enough.
No,
fair
we
enough.
got hit.
Whatever, I'll take it.
By my job, they had plowed. There's like a city park near the job, and I guess it was like they had pushed all of the shit into the bus stop, and the pile had reached over the bus stop sign.
That's insane.
So we were like, holy shit.
We got none of that. None of that at all. No. It was I actually, like I said, I really didn't think it was that bad till I saw the news. I'm like, oh, it must have literally just went right around us. We got the most outskirts of that, man, because the roads were perfectly fine. And I was driving in it when it started. It really wasn't. Nothing caught the floor until well late into the day. It was late into the day before you really started to see some of that pile up on the ground. So yeah, we got lucky. Big W's over here. We're good.
Well, here in New York, where there is calamity, perhaps there is opportunity,
prosperity. Where there is death, there is healing.
Yeah, but what is grief if not love enduring? Marvel jokes. Listen. Remember I referred to him as the Zohan, the Z-Man over here. Mamdani decided I'm gonna do something for the goddamn people, because that's what I am. I'm the people's mayor. I'm going to do something for the people. And he said, you know what? I'm going to extend an olive branch to the citizens of New York City. I tell you what. You can become an emergency snow shoveler. You can do it. You can do it. We will pay you. The city will pay you to shovel snow. All you need to do is head over to the website that they gave, fill out a form. 2 forms of ID and the social security number, baby.
That's it.
And you are on the grid and you are getting paid like this.
Wasn't it upwards of like $30 an hour or some shit?
Something like that. I heard 28. I heard 30. Yeah.
It was nutty. It was a lot. And they were out there for like a full 8 hours, and you could do overtime and shit.
As much as they needed, I guess, or as much as you were willing to put your body through. Yeah, exactly.
So when I heard it, I instantly was like, I told my wife, send me that clip, and I sent it to you. And I want to know your action. Like, I don't know if you're being funny right now, but what's your actual reaction to this? Like, do you see this as a good thing? Do you see that it's like kind of like it's whatever? It didn't do anything.
I'm saying
like, what's the street saying right now? What's the street saying?
The streets?
Yeah.
First of all, I was pissed. Where was this when I was a kid and could have used the extra
You can
goddamn?
do it now. You was out there doing it for free.
Well, no,
Look
when I
at
was a
you,
kid,
not knowing your value, King. You should be out there getting paid for this.
When I was a kid, I did it the 1980s way, where you would take the shovel and you'd go door to door.
Yeah.
And you would ask, hey, would it be
now
cool?
They got apps for that.
Couple bucks, yeah. If you happen to have a couple bucks, I'll shovel your driveway or whatever. Some people would tell me, no, don't worry about it. And some people would give me a couple bucks to shovel the goddamn driveway. It wasn't that big of a deal. But what the streets are saying is there's anger in the eyes of the public. Anger. Because
Really?
why? Because why? On earth do I need to show you ID to shovel snow?
He said why? To pay you. What the fuck?
You know what's funny?
You think they're gonna give you cash?
He did a press conference to announce it, and then it got bad feedback. So his response to that, of course, is to do another press conference.
Yeah, as he should.
Where he goes, the reason for the IDs is because you're getting a city check from us, from the city. We can't just issue you checks and give you cash. There has to be some sort of record. And then this is where it got hilarious.
It's not out of his pocket. He has to record it.
There were people underneath the video where the press conference was, where he was explaining it again, where people were like, "Oh, so we need to provide ID. We need to provide Social Security. Let me guess. You're going to give me an I-9? You're going to give me a W-4? What's next? Is this going to be? Is this a union job? Is this like? Am I going to be represented by the 1199 or something like that?" And I'm just like, it's fucking shoveling snow. What are you talking about?
What does it matter if it's a 1090? What's the problem with that?
There is no problem with that. People are just fucking pitching a goddamn fit. It's just like the guy I just told you a second ago who brought up the union. Is it a union job? Do you really want the union involved?
You do realize you're going to pay more union in dues. If they're have you ever been in a union?
Yeah,
you know what a union is.
So you want to spend more of the extra money? Is that what
be protected from what? It's a 1-day job. What do you think? You're gonna get written up on 1 day of work? You got a problem, buddy.
2-3 days at best. If you hustle and you really want to push the issue and hit multiple boroughs, you can get a couple days out of this. But I just love the idea of somebody being in the room when they're having one of those 1199 meetings. And they're at the coffee area, and it's just like, hey man, what are you? Sanitation. How about you? EMT. How about you? I'm a snow shoveler. That's what I do. I snuffle shove, but I'm as equally as important as the rest of you. Remember, folks, a union is only as strong as its weakest link. Okay. I think every union has run that line at some point. Somebody else.
That's insane that people are reacting that way. I think my wife made hint to that, but it blows my mind, dude. He just gave a bunch of people an listen, if you're a door dasher and you hear that and you weren't all over that, you're fucking bugging, bro. You kidding me? DoorDash ain't paying you to do that. Like, you're not going to make that much doing DoorDash. That is insane. If you weren't out there, now don't get me wrong, like 8 hours straight of just shoveling snow, and a lot of that stuff is still kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy work. So if you were able to go out there,
it threw my back out just shoveling my car.
I love that shit. Hey guys, guess what? In a world full of and trying potentially being full of robots, we need humans to go out here.
In a world.
Yeah,
you sound like movie guy.
I'm calling to arms right now. You guys said that we didn't have enough. You're right. We didn't. Now I'm gonna pay you to do this. And not no $15 an hour, by the way. He paid good fucking money for that. To a lot of he spent a lot of money on that.
When we did the first piece on the snow, I was taking New Yorkers to task because they were just sitting there looking at the snow, going, where the fuck is the city? And I'm like, go the fuck out there and shovel your shit.
You are the city.
This time, he said, I'll tell you what. since you don't want to go out there and shovel your own shit and make it easier for yourself, I will fucking pay you to do it. All you need to do is fill out the form and show some ID and you're straight. We will issue you your money like that. And they're like, nope, I'm not doing it. I just saw a video earlier today when I was researching some of this stuff about the people of Staten Island pissed off because they didn't get plowed. First and foremost, you're in Staten Island.
So you
know your place. Just hold on a second. Just whenever somebody has a boot to their neck, they don't get to complain about the tightness and the firmness of the boot. You understand what I'm saying? Just sit your ass. It's 5 boroughs. You're 6th. Figure that out. All right? Do the math on that. Okay? Secondly, in the clip that I saw, crazy clear. And they were like, oh, it's clear because we shoveled it. We have to get ourselves out of this. Yes. So did we in Brooklyn. So did the people in Queens. So did the people in Manhattan. I hate to break it to you. There's a lot of fucking streets in the 5 boroughs of New York City. There was no way possible that we're going to get to everybody in 48 hours. It's only been 2 days since the goddamn snow stopped.
They're not Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's like, what the fuck are you expecting here? Oh, absolutely. The entitlement right now in this fucking city is outlandish. It's outlandish. We're actually in the midst of a new war here. I don't know if you PA people have heard, but there seems to be a New York City civil war taking place. I've just been put onto this.
Oh, shit.
Apparently, the natural born New Yorkers and what we're referring to as the transplants are in the middle of a war right now.
The trans?
Well, that's what some people have been calling them. Those trannies.
Let me stop. We're gonna get fucking flagged again, dude. God damn it. We're gonna get flagged.
No, they're in the
transplants. You two. I am saying
transplants.
Yes, don't people flag me, please.
Yes, people who please don't flag me. People who live here but are not from here, were not raised here, but maybe even have lived here for several years. There is a war happening right now because there is a stark and very real belief that simply living here for a number of years does not make you a fucking New Yorker.
I think that's very true.
I think that's true of most places. I don't think that's a New York-centric idea. I don't think being born and raised in an area outside of the place that you live.
Well, I disagree.
Okay.
Because I think I think New York has a very particular culture that, like, don't get me wrong, like, people sound different in different areas and lingos and stuff like that. But, like, New York is like its own, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I've been there a lot, whatever. But, like,
yeah,
I guess you could say I'm kind of from there, but I don't really, like, I wouldn't call myself in this context. I wouldn't even call myself a New Yorker.
And which is funny.
And I was born in New York.
Yeah, your birth certificate says that you were born in the island.
I'm not a New Yorker. I can relate. I can hang around the New Yorkers a little bit, but if we're talking like real nitty gritty New York lingo, talking about there's always a 42nd Street somewhere, like the numbers and the corners and all that shit. I'm not a New Yorker, bro. I don't even have a favorite bagel place, like none of that.
Here's why a war is taking place. Because you just said yourself, your birth certificate may say New York on it, but you don't really consider yourself a New Yorker in that way, right? Well, we have people, like as an example, who were born in Ohio, who have lived in Ohio pretty much most of their lives, come to New York, and then try to make New York. No, and then try to make New York Ohio. You understand what I'm saying? They come and they move into the city and they see what the city is like and go, I don't like any of this. So we're going to go ahead and call the cops on that. We're going to get this changed. We're going to get this moved. And no, all this needs to change. This is all very grimy and ghetto and not good. Okay. Where I come from, we have good, wholesome family values, and we're going to win. They're the Christopher Columbus of fucking New York. They just come in and they just go, this is all really cool. What you got? but we're gonna just take all of it and just set it on fire, and then we're gonna do something really new and cool instead. Like all of it, they call it gentrification, but we're past that because gentrification to me is just other cultures coming in and dominating that particular culture. That's not what's happening here. What's happening here is a full-on erasure. It's not just, hey, we're living here and we're living our way. We're living here, we're living our way. You should really get on board with the way that I'm living because it's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's
awesome.
yeah, so it's becoming an issue around here. All of a sudden, you're starting to hear it like a slur. Oh my god, fucking transplants! And you're just
Oh
like,
my God.
oh wow.
You know what? Let me not even. You almost baited me. I was gonna make a joke, and it's an aggressive joke, and it can be taken the wrong way.
Come on, we're uncensored. We're uncensored.
No. I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. We're good.
I'll remove it on YouTube, but we're still straight up audio on Podbean, everybody. Yeah, if you go to Spotify, if you go to iHeartRadio, you can get the uncensored, unfiltered episode. Say it, because I would just clip it out of YouTube.
Just saying, I'm sure the fucking New Yorkers are over there screaming fucking trannies. I know they are. I know they fucking are, dude. Because you can't give it. You can't give an inch and not take a mile, dude. I know people are.
I bet you
taking this shit and running with it. Dude.
I bet you a few of them can take quite a few inches, actually.
Hey,
and that's part of the problem. Because they want to come in here and mess with us. So anyway, looks like PA, your section of PA escaped most of the snow.
It was fine. Yeah, we're solid. We're good over here. Roads are clear. We're good.
But now we have old snow now layered and filleted up with new snow, and they're fusing together to make one mega ice snowzord that we now have to compete with every goddamn morning. Well, there goes that. So anyway, that's the snow. If anything else happens, I'm hearing more snow this weekend. I'm not gonna do another piece if it's just another goddamn day. But I am over it. Fuck that groundhog. Fuck him good.